Over the past century, the balance of global power has shifted faster than at any point in human history. New technologies have emerged, new threats have risen, and nations around the world are racing to build the most advanced defenses ever created. But among more than 190 countries, only 10 possess military power so influential that their decisions can reshape global stability in a matter of hours. Power measured not only by the number of soldiers, but by a combination of massive defense budgets, fifth-generation fighter jets, aircraft carriers crossing oceans, and AI-driven defense systems that define modern warfare. Today, AI WonderThink presents the most comprehensive list yet, the top 10 strongest militaries in the world, 2025 edition, a journey across air power, naval dominance, ground capability, and technological supremacy that will shape the future of geopolitics. Ready? Let's begin with number 10. Number 10, Italy, the Mediterranean silent shield. Italy may not be the first name people think of when discussing global military dominance, but in 2025 it stands quietly among the world's most capable forces. Decades of modernization, NATO integration, and a powerful domestic defense industry have transformed Italy into a strategic heavyweight in the Mediterranean. Italy's Air Force fields some of the most advanced fighters on the planet, including Eurofighter Typhoons and the F-35 Lightning II, providing superior aerial defense and long-range strike capability. On the seas, Italy commands one of Europe's most modern navies, 2 aircraft carriers, stealthy FREMM frigates, high-tech destroyers, and a submarine fleet engineered for silent dominance. Its army, though smaller than some, is highly professional, equipped with modern armor, missile systems, and rapid deployment brigades trained for European and international missions. Italy's unique advantage lies in the versatility of its air naval power. It is one of the few nations in the world capable of operating both the F-30C for land-based missions and the F-30B, a short takeoff variant that can launch directly from Italy's aircraft carriers. This dual capability gives Italy unmatched flexibility across the Mediterranean, allowing it to project air power from both land and sea with seamless coordination. And among its most impressive military assets is the FREMM-class frigate, a stealthy, multi-role warship equipped with advanced radar, anti-air missiles, and some of the quietest propulsion systems ever built. It is widely regarded as one of the best frigates in the world, able to detect threats before being detected itself. In a region defined by shifting alliances and rising tensions, Italy operates like a quiet guardian, strategic, efficient, and always ready. Italy may not shout its power, but its shield protects an entire sea. Number 9, Turkey, the Eurasian rising falcon. Straddling 2 continents and guarding some of the world's most critical geopolitical choke points, Turkey has transformed itself into one of the fastest rising military powers of the 21st century. In 2025, Turkey's armed forces combine large manpower, rapid technological expansion, and a domestic defense industry that has grown at a pace few nations can match. Turkey's Air Force fields modern fighters and advanced surveillance aircraft, but its true breakthrough came from becoming a global leader in military drones. Most notably the Bayraktar TB2, a combat drone that changed the landscape of modern warfare. Light, efficient, and precise, the TB2 became famous for its impact in several conflicts, proving that Turkey could disrupt the battlefield not with size, but with innovation. On the ground, Turkey possesses one of NATO's largest standing armies, supported by modern tanks, artillery systems, and elite special forces, trained for both regional and cross-border operations. Its navy continues to expand with new frigates, submarines, and amphibious assault ships, allowing Turkey to project power across the Mediterranean, the Black Sea, and the Middle East. Turkey's strategic advantage lies in its location and versatility. Positioned at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and the Middle East, Turkey can influence multiple regions simultaneously, a capability amplified by its fast-growing defense manufacturing sector. Among its most impressive modern weapons is the TCG Anadolu, a powerful amphibious assault ship capable of operating drones and helicopters, effectively turning it into one of the first drone carriers in the world. This innovation gives Turkey a completely new class of naval power. Flexible, cost-efficient, and built for the future battlefield. In 2025, Turkey stands not just as a regional power, but as a nation rising rapidly toward global military significance. A falcon soaring between continents, fast, strategic, and impossible to ignore. Number 8. Japan, the Pacific Tech Samurai. Japan's military story is unlike any other. After World War II, the nation was forced to dismantle nearly all of its armed forces, a complete reset that would have crippled most countries for generations. But Japan rebuilt not through aggression, but through precision, discipline, and technology. And today, that transformation has turned it into one of the most advanced defensive powers on the planet. In 2025, Japan stands as a silent powerhouse in the Pacific, a nation whose focus on engineering excellence has redefined what a modern military can be. Japan's Air Force operates some of the most sophisticated fighter jets in service today, including the F-35A and F-35B, granting superior air dominance across its vast island chains. Its early warning aircraft and advanced radar networks form one of the world's most reliable air defense shields. At sea, Japan commands one of Asia's strongest navies: helicopter carriers, guided missile destroyers, Aegis-equipped warships, and ultra-quiet diesel-electric submarines engineered for long-range stealth operations. On land, Japan maintains a smaller but highly modern force, equipped with mobile missile defense units, rapid deployment brigades, and armored vehicles designed for defense rather than conquest. Japan's greatest advantage lies in its technology ecosystem. Its integration of AI, robotics, satellites, and missile defense systems creates a unified military network with remarkable detection and response speed. One of its most formidable assets is the Maya-class destroyer, a next-generation Aegis vessel capable of tracking and intercepting multiple threats long before they reach Japanese waters. It is a symbol of how Japan has replaced the sword with circuitry, precision engineering as its new form of power. In a region defined by rising tensions, Japan stands as a disciplined guardian of the Pacific, quietly prepared, endlessly vigilant, and technologically unmatched. A modern samurai forged not by steel, but by innovation. Number 7. France, Europe's nuclear shield. France is one of the few nations in the world whose military identity is shaped not only by history, but by a commitment to remain fully independent in defending its people and its allies. From its revolutionary wars to World War II and beyond, France learned a defining lesson. True security requires self-reliance. And in 2025, that philosophy places France firmly among the world's top military powers. France is the only country in the European Union with a fully independent nuclear arsenal, giving it a unique strategic weight in global politics. Its nuclear triad, submarines, aircraft, and land-based systems, forms the backbone of Europe's deterrence. In the air, France operates a fleet centered around the Dassault Rafale, one of the most versatile and battle-proven fighter jets in the world. Capable of air superiority, deep strike missions, and carrier operations, the Rafale gives France unmatched flexibility for both European and overseas missions. At sea, France commands formidable naval power, destroyers, attack submarines, and the crown jewel, the Charles de Gaulle, one of the only nuclear-powered aircraft carriers outside the United States. This floating fortress allows France to project power across the globe, from the Atlantic to the Indo-Pacific. On land, France maintains a highly trained army equipped with modern armor, precision artillery systems, and elite units such as the French Foreign Legion, a legendary force known for discipline, endurance, and global deployment capability. But France's greatest advantage lies in its complete autonomy. It designs, manufactures, and exports many of its own weapons: fighters, missiles, submarines, and armored vehicles, making it one of the most self-sufficient militaries in the world. Among its most impressive assets is the Rafale, a multi-role fighter jet renowned for its agility, advanced radar, and the ability to switch mission profiles instantly. It has proven itself repeatedly in real-world operations, showcasing France's mastery of aerospace technology. In 2020 hindsight, France stands not just as a military power, but as a guardian of European stability, a nation whose shield is reinforced by independence, innovation, and global reach. a strategic anchor for Europe, and a reminder that true strength often stands alone. Number 6. The United Kingdom, the expeditionary titan. For more than a century, the United Kingdom has shaped global events through its naval mastery and expeditionary power. And in 2025, that legacy continues, evolved, modernized, and reinforced by cutting-edge technology. The UK's military strength is built on 3 pillars: elite professionalism, advanced equipment, and global reach. Few countries maintain the ability to deploy forces rapidly across continents, but the UK has preserved this capability through experience, alliances, and innovation. Britain's Air Force is anchored by the F-35B Lightning II, a stealth fighter capable of short takeoff and vertical landing, perfect for operations from aircraft carriers and remote bases. Supported by advanced surveillance aircraft and refueling fleets, the Royal Air Force maintains one of the most capable airstrike platforms in the world. At sea, the UK commands a navy designed for blue water dominance. Its 2 aircraft carriers, HMS Queen Elizabeth and HMS Prince of Wales, are among the most modern and powerful carriers outside the United States. They serve as floating command centers, capable of launching F-35Bs and projecting power across the Atlantic, the Mediterranean, and the Indo-Pacific. The Royal Navy also fields nuclear-powered submarines, guided missile destroyers, and frigates that serve as the backbone of NATO's maritime operations. On land, the British Army is smaller than in past decades, but highly professional and technologically enhanced, featuring rapid reaction forces, armored brigades, and elite units like the SAS and Royal Marines, renowned worldwide for covert operations and extreme training standards. But the UK's greatest advantage lies in its global infrastructure. With military bases, alliances, and logistical networks spanning multiple continents, the UK can move troops, aircraft, and ships farther and faster than most nations on Earth. This gives Britain a strategic flexibility that few countries can match. One of its most impressive assets is the HMS Queen Elizabeth, a 65,000-ton aircraft carrier equipped with advanced radar, a modular mission system, and the ability to operate dozens of F-35Bs. It represents the UK's return to carrier strike capability, a reminder that Britain still commands the oceans when it chooses to. In 2025, the United Kingdom stands as a modern expeditionary titan, a nation whose strength lies not in size but in precision, professionalism, and the ability to influence events far beyond its shores, a legacy forged at sea, and a future defined by global reach. Number 5. South Korea, the hyper-modern iron machine. South Korea may sit on one of the most volatile borders on Earth, but instead of fear, it chose innovation. In 2025, the country stands as one of the most technologically advanced and combat-ready militaries in the world, a force shaped by discipline, urgency, and the constant demand to stay ahead. South Korea fields one of the largest standing armies among developed nations, supported by a vast reserve force and a defense infrastructure refined over decades of mandatory service. But numbers alone don't earn it a place in the global top 5. Technology does. In the air, South Korea operates a powerful combination of F-35A stealth fighters, F-15K strike aircraft, and some of the most advanced air defense radars in Asia. It is also developing its own 5th-generation jet, the KF-21 Boramae, a bold step that marks South Korea's transition from weapons importer to major global producer. On the ground, South Korea possesses one of the world's most advanced armored forces. At the heart of this power is the K-2 Black Panther, a state-of-the-art main battle tank considered by many experts to be the most technologically advanced tank ever built. Featuring an automatic loading system, adaptive suspension, and fire control precision that rivals any tank on the battlefield. South Korea's Navy is equally formidable. Aegis-equipped destroyers, submarines designed for stealth in the Pacific, and amphibious assault ships capable of rapid deployment across regional hotspots. A next-generation blue water navy is already in development, signaling South Korea's ambition to project power far beyond its shores. The country's greatest advantage, however, comes from its integration of technology and manufacturing. South Korea builds fighter jets, tanks, ships, missiles, drones, a level of defense self-sufficiency matched by only a handful of nations. Its military systems incorporate AI-assisted targeting, real-time battlefield networks, and advanced sensor fusion, making it one of the most digitally integrated forces on Earth. Among its most remarkable assets is the K-2 Black Panther, a symbol of South Korea's transformation into a hyper-modern military power. Fast, precise, and designed for complex terrain, the K-2 represents the future of armored warfare. A machine shaped not just for survival, but for dominance. In 2025, South Korea stands as a nation defined by readiness, innovation, and an unshakable commitment to defense. A modern iron machine, forged under pressure and strengthened by technology. Number 4, India, the subcontinent colossus. India is not just a nation. It is a continent-sized power with a military shaped by scale, geography, and ambition. In 2025, India stands as one of the world's strongest armed forces, powered by massive manpower, fast-growing technology, and a strategic position between two nuclear neighbors. With more than 1 million active personnel, India fields one of the largest armies on Earth. But size is only the beginning of its strength. Over the past 2 decades, India has undergone a sweeping modernization program, transforming its military from a Soviet-influenced force into a technologically diverse powerhouse. In the air, India commands a fleet that blends quantity with extreme versatility. Su-30 MKIs, Rafales, upgraded MiG-29s, and a growing number of indigenous aircraft. The crown jewel is the Rafale, a fighter jet whose precision, radar capability, and electronic warfare systems give India an unparalleled aerial edge in South Asia. On land, India possesses a massive armored core, featuring over 4,000 tanks, advanced artillery systems, and specialized mountain divisions trained to operate in the Himalayas, a domain few armies on Earth can handle. Its missile program includes both conventional and nuclear-capable systems, providing India with a strong tri-service deterrent. At sea, India operates one of the world's most important blue water navies: aircraft carriers, nuclear-powered submarines, guided missile destroyers, and a growing fleet designed to dominate the Indian Ocean, a region where global trade and strategic competition converge. India's greatest advantage lies in its domestic defense production. The country can build tanks, ships, missiles, and fighter jets, reducing foreign dependence while rapidly expanding capability. Its long-term vision is clear: become a fully self-reliant military superpower. One of its most impressive weapons is the INS Vikrant, India's first indigenously built aircraft carrier. Equipped with advanced radar, modern combat systems, and the ability to launch multi-role fighters, Vikrant symbolizes India's rise, a nation stepping into the rare club of carrier-building powers. In 2025, India stands as a strategic titan, a force defined by scale, resilience, and a commitment to shaping the future of the Indo-Pacific. A colossal power rising from the subcontinent, with ambitions as vast as its land and sea. Number 3, China, the industrial war giant. China's rise is one of the most dramatic military transformations in modern history. From a regional force in the late 20th century, it has evolved into a near-peer competitor to the world's strongest powers. Driven by industrial might, relentless modernization, and a vision to shape the future of global security. In 2025, China commands the largest navy in the world by number of ships, an expanding fleet of aircraft carriers, and missiles capable of reaching targets thousands of kilometers away. But what truly sets China apart is its ability to produce large quantities of advanced systems faster than almost any other nation. China's Air Force fields a powerful mix of 4th and 5th generation fighters. The J-20 Mighty Dragon, a stealth aircraft designed to challenge Western dominance. The J-16 and J-10C, equipped with modern avionics and long-range missiles, and an ecosystem of drones and early warning aircraft that extend China's reach far into the Pacific. On the ground, China maintains the world's largest standing army, supported by modern armor, artillery, and one of the most extensive missile forces ever assembled. Its DF-series ballistic and hypersonic missiles form a central part of China's strategy, designed to deter rival powers and control key maritime regions. At sea, China's Navy continues to grow at unprecedented speed. Aircraft carriers, advanced destroyers, stealth frigates, and ultra-quiet submarines prepared for blue water operations. The country's ambition to dominate the South China Sea has driven rapid deployment of naval and air assets across artificial island bases, creating a network of strategic positions throughout the region. China's greatest advantage lies in its industrial scale and self-sufficiency. Few nations can design, manufacture, and deploy new weapon systems in such vast numbers and at such high speed. This production power gives China the ability to modernize faster than almost any competitor. One of its most impressive assets is the J-20 Mighty Dragon, China's first operational stealth fighter. With long-range sensors, advanced missile capability, and a design built for air superiority, the J-20 represents China's leap into next-generation warfare, a symbol of its technological ambition. In 2025, China stands as a global military giant, not just in numbers, but in industrial power, modernization, and the ability to reshape strategic dynamics across Asia and beyond. A rising force forged by industry and driven by a vision of global influence. Number 2. Russia, the bearer of missiles and steel. Russia is a nation whose military history spans centuries of conflict, from the frozen winters of World War II to the vast modern battlefields of the 21st century. Its identity as a military power is carved into geography, culture, and an unbroken legacy of massive defense capability. In 2025, Russia stands as one of the world's strongest and most heavily armed nations, a force built on nuclear supremacy, missile technology, and one of the largest armored fleets ever assembled. Russia's greatest strategic asset is its nuclear arsenal, the largest in the world. Its nuclear triad, intercontinental ballistic missiles, submarines, and strategic bombers, gives Moscow unmatched deterrence capabilities and makes it a central player in global security calculations. On the ground, Russia commands a vast mechanized force, thousands of tanks, armored vehicles, rocket artillery systems, and specialized units adapted to extreme climates and rugged terrain. The sheer scale of Russia's land forces remains one of its core strengths, supported by decades of experience in large-scale operations. In the air, Russia's fleet includes Su-35, Su-30, and the more advanced Su-57 stealth fighter, aircraft designed for speed, maneuverability, and long-range missile engagements. Its air defense systems, particularly the S-400, are considered among the most capable in the world, able to track and intercept multiple targets across vast distances. At sea, Russia operates one of the planet's most formidable submarine fleets, including nuclear-powered ballistic missile submarines that serve as the backbone of its second strike capability. Surface ships, cruisers, and missile-armed frigates extend Russia's reach across the Arctic and beyond. But Russia's defining advantage lies in its missile technology. Its hypersonic weapons, such as the Avangard glide vehicle and Kinzhal missile, represent some of the fastest and most maneuverable systems ever developed, capable of traveling at extreme speeds and evading traditional defenses. These systems symbolize Russia's strategy: leap ahead in key technologies rather than compete purely in numbers. One of its most notable assets is the S-400 air defense system, a mobile, long-range interceptor designed to detect and neutralize aircraft, drones, and ballistic missiles. Its precision and range have earned global recognition, making it one of the most sought-after defense platforms on the market. In 2025, Russia remains a military titan, massive in scale, powerful in firepower, and defined by its mastery of missiles and strategic deterrence. A bear forged in the steel and fire, unchallenged in resilience, and unmatched in arsenal. Number 1. The United States, the global force unmatched. For more than 7 decades, the United States has stood at the top of global military power, not by chance, but by a combination of unmatched technology, global presence, and a defense ecosystem that no other nation has been able to replicate. In 2025, the U.S. military remains the most powerful on Earth, a force defined by its reach, its resources, and its readiness to operate anywhere in the world. America spends more on defense than the next several countries combined, fueling a military machine that spans continents, oceans, and even space. The U.S. Air Force commands the skies with the world's most advanced aircraft. The F-22 Raptor, the only fully operational fifth-generation air superiority fighter, the F-35 Lightning II, a stealth multi-role jet deployed across allied nations, and a fleet of bombers including the B-2 Spirit and the next-generation B-21 Raider, capable of penetrating the toughest defenses on the planet. On the seas, the United States Navy is a global titan, with 11 nuclear-powered aircraft carriers, each functioning as a floating city of air power. The U.S. can project force into any region at any moment. Its destroyers, cruisers, and attack submarines form a massive protective shield, ensuring dominance from the Pacific to the Atlantic. The U.S. Army fields advanced armor, long-range precision systems, and highly trained units capable of rapid deployment across any environment, from deserts to jungles to urban battlefields. But one of America's most defining strengths lies in its Special Operations Forces. SEAL Team 6, Delta Force, Rangers, Green Berets, units known worldwide for precision, secrecy, and unmatched mission capability. Beyond Earth, the United States is pioneering the next frontier of defense through U.S. Space Force, developing satellites, surveillance networks, and technologies designed to ensure America remains ahead in the domain that will shape future warfare. Yet the true power of the U.S. military is not just in its weapons, but in its global alliance network. NATO, Indo-Pacific partnerships, and bases in key regions allow the United States to respond to crises faster and farther than any other nation. Among its most iconic assets is the F-22 Raptor, a stealth fighter with unmatched maneuverability, advanced sensors, and combat superiority that still holds the crown nearly 2 decades after its introduction. To this day, no foreign aircraft has fully matched its combination of stealth, speed, and lethality. In 2025, the United States stands alone at the peak of military power, a nation whose force projection, technology, and strategic influence remain without equal, a global force unmatched, and the benchmark by which every other military is measured. In the end, military power is more than the size of an army, or the number of ships and aircraft a nation owns. It is a reflection of strategy, technology, geography, and the choices nations make to secure their future. From silent shields in the Mediterranean, to rising giants in Asia, to global forces with unmatched reach, each of these 10 militaries plays a role in shaping the balance of our world. But military strength is not static. It evolves, it adapts. And as technology accelerates, the next decade may rewrite this list entirely. Which country do you think will rise or fall in the years ahead? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. We love hearing different perspectives from around the world. If you enjoyed this journey through global power, don't forget to follow AI WonderThink, because we explore the ideas, predictions, and what-if scenarios that help us understand the future of our planet. One story at a time. Until the next episode, stay curious, stay informed, and keep wondering.